Hey, Scruffy. At the door again. I've been running late all day, so I'm a little bit late to dinner. Not as late as I was for lunch, though. Just been behind all day, haven't caught up. Guess I want your food. Okay. Getting a little colder. It's actually not that bad today, but yeah, it's temperature's starting to drop off. Noticed it this afternoon. Okay. So we've had 3 days of good weather. But yeah, I think I didn't check the weather report today, but it was forecast that we're going to get another 3-day storm starting tomorrow. So yeah, we've been enjoying some good weather for the past 3 days, and then the days before that was a storm, and then the coming days are supposedly another storm. And yeah, we've been getting warnings about both flood warnings and freeze warnings. So the past 3 days, it warmed up pretty good amount. One of those nights actually did get pretty cold. Got a few degrees, I think, within freezing, maybe. I don't think it actually got quite as cold as they were suggesting, but it was in that ballpark, I think. But yeah, the daytimes have warmed up quite a bit, and I think last night, yeah, it didn't get nearly as cold. It's still kind of cold though. But yeah, I think it was more than a few degrees above freezing. But yeah, I think the next storm system, it's gonna get more freeze warnings and more rain and more possible floods. Although I don't think we're gonna get any floods unless there's a lot of rain. Because yeah, the last storm, parts of it seemed like it rained pretty hard, but the actual amount of water it left behind didn't seem to be that much. Like there's a leak in the roof right above me, and when it was really bad, this area was soaked, and it was pretty dry for the most part in the last storm. So I don't think we actually got that much water. And then I was mentioning when I went running at the park the other day, the ground was not nearly as wet as I expected it to be. In fact, a lot of the ground was actually kind of dry. So I don't think we got nearly as much rain as they were expecting or warning about. So it did take care of that tree that's grown a little too close to the house. So yeah, the branches have been pruned back. So it was, when the wind was blowing, it was banging into the house, and then I think it's also clogging up the rain gutter. So I didn't have time to clean out the rain gutter, but maybe I'll look at it after the next storm system. Scruffy's getting to the pets. So yesterday was really nice. It got much warmer, I think, than they predicted. Sun came out, so it was pretty bright and nice and warm in the day. Today it was still reasonably bright, but yeah, the temperature really did seem to drop off a little bit this afternoon. So yesterday was so nice. I went for a bike ride. Scruffy's really grabbing the glove there. He's using his claws. So Scruffy doesn't know how to grab without his claws. And so yeah, so today I went for a run and went a little late because I've been just behind and stuff all day. And I went for an interval run because I was kind of debating if I wanted to try to do a long run or some sort of compromise. I mentioned the other day when I went for a run, my first 3 laps were terrible, and then there was a person who passed me on my 4th lap, and then I kind of reset myself and I used them to reset my pace, and that worked out really well. And so I had a really good 4th lap, and I was thinking, if I could try doing something like that today, where maybe I don't have the energy to do 4 laps, but maybe I could do some sort of middle ground run where I'm just doing a very long lap or two at a really good pace. But then as I was running out of time and I was actually feeling a little tired, so I did the bike ride yesterday and I did the run the other day. So I decided, I probably should just do the interval run. So I did try to push myself a little harder on the intervals, and actually wore out a little before I was done. So I'm not sure if that's good or bad. So on one hand, I think I was actually, my speed was a little better, but on the other hand, I didn't make it all the way, as I normally through my route. Although the last 2 or 3 intervals were pretty bad. The last one was it was kind of a scratch. I was like, screw it. But as I said, it was getting colder, so I felt my toes were kind of numb when I was out there. I was thinking I was going to get Scruffy's food now, but he just turned into the pets. So he seems to like the pets right now. Okay, I'm going to get the food. Okay, let's get your food. So, it's late today, later than usual, so I think Scruffy was waiting for me. So I came out with the Kibble, and we did our normal thing. I don't think Scruffy actually was complaining too much, even though I was late. The other thing that was going on was I wanted to check his carrier and shelter to see if he got the Kibble that I left for him from yesterday. And he clearly got it, but I kind of psyched him out. So when so I didn't get to check the shelter because he was blocking my path, but he did see me looking at the carrier, I think, and after I left, he decided he wanted to come up, and I think I tricked him. He probably thought I was leaving more kibble for him, and there was no kibble for him, but he was looking for it anyway. So it's a kibble tease today. Yes, Scruffy. I'm actually pretty late today, huh? Sorry about that. Nice day, though. So I guess you want to get to it. It's a little late here. I left my measuring cup out here. Let's look for it. Couldn't find it. It's on the table there. Okay. Use another cup. So anyway, tonight's dinner is, let's see, it's fresh canned. It's meaty pate with real chicken and tuna and kibble. So no more real turkey. I mentioned the other day I used it all up. So I just put the rotisserie chicken scraps into the refrigerator from the freezer to defrost them. So I'm not sure if they're going to be ready tomorrow or the following day. But since the weather's going to turn bad, at least it's supposed to, I figured, yeah. I like to have the scraps handy for the bad weather days to give Scruffy some comfort food during the bad weather. I did give him a little extra kibble tonight. So since I refilled the kibble container yesterday, I got tons of kibble inside, so I'm gonna have to ration it right now. So as I was saying, yeah, usually when I refill my kibble containers, I have to come out here because I keep the giant kibble bags out here in a storage bin. And usually when I pour it into my little containers, I spill some, and Scruffy usually wants it. So he usually gets an extra snack when I refill his kibble containers. So yesterday was no different, but also another thing I do is I've been putting a lot of the kibble, or some of the spilled kibble, into his cat carrier. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, trying to get him acclimated to that carrier. Hasn't worked, but he will kind of dart in to get the kibble and then immediately dart out. I was hoping, he'd just get more comfortable with it over time, but it's been 2 years and he doesn't seem to be any more comfortable with it. But today, when I came out, I needed to check, or I wanted to check to see if he ate the kibble. I'm pretty sure he did, but I was going to verify it, and sure enough, it was. So, Scruffy's done kind of fast, though there's food under the balls. So yeah, I caught Scruffy after I came in, he was on the table, and I was hiding around the corner so he wouldn't see me. And yeah, he was sniffing around for kibble, thinking maybe I left some today again, but no such luck. But yeah, he did go into the carrier a little bit, trying to see if I put any more kibble in there. So it's, I think, the first time I've actually seen him do that in a while. Usually when he goes in the carrier, I'm not around. I think he gets even more nervous if I'm around, so he might not do it. And then yeah, he looked around the table. Wasn't any more kibble he ate at all yesterday. And then he decided nothing here, so he jumped off the table and he jumped off onto the orange chair. So I guess that's one of his new ways of getting off the table now. Yeah, Scruffy's done fast. Might be another record. I fed him a little earlier tonight, so but yeah, it's still pretty fast. Started having a swallowing motion there. I thought he was going to throw up for a second, but I think we're good. Okay, Script is leaving. Guess he's satisfied. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.